How often do you feel lonely? Do you ever feel like everyone else got the secret handbook on how to be social, and you were stuck with the instruction manual for assembling IKEA furniture? Alone, confused, and missing all the screws? Loneliness is a problem. According to recent polls, over 1 in 5 people worldwide feel lonely a lot. And worse, about 1 in 2 adults in America reported experiencing loneliness. So what does loneliness actually feel like? Picture this. You're at a group hangout, but all your friends are laughing about some inside joke you weren't there for. You smile along, pretending to get it, but inside you feel like you don't belong. Or, when you finally complete a difficult project, and then realize that you have no one to share your small victories with. And these are just a few examples. Okay, so loneliness sucks. We know that. But what do you actually do about it? Don't worry, I'm not about to tell you to just reconnect with an old friend, like it's some magical cure. We both know that advice is about as useful as telling someone with no money to just buy a house. So instead, here are some practical ideas. Step 1 is to make your life exciting for you. Loneliness isn't just about the lack of people, sometimes it's about feeling disconnected from yourself. So, the first step, find something that lights you up inside. Work towards a personal goal or learn a new hobby, whether it's running a marathon, painting, competitive toe wrestling, or finally figuring out how to parallel park without causing a traffic jam. But why? The key isn't to do these things just to meet people. It's to start loving yourself again. When you truly enjoy your own life, you radiate enthusiasm, confidence, and warmth, making people want to get to know you more. Step 2 is to deepen relationships through meaningful moments. You've started meeting new people through shared interests. That's great, but how do you turn that casual hiking buddy into an actual friend? It's not about interrogating them with the 60 bonding questions that you found on Google. It's about creating moments that mean something. Make an effort to spend more time with the people you already like. A casual coffee catch-up or a simple dinner might be fun, but years down the line, those moments are easy to forget. However, taking a hot air balloon ride, attending a live sports event, or traveling to a new city for the first time will stick with you, and the people you share those experiences with will be remembered too. When someone is part of your most cherished memories, your bond naturally grows deeper. Okay, but what about everyday interactions? One thing to do is to find the positives in people. I'm not talking about being overly nice. It's about being authentic. Compliment something you genuinely admire about them. Their outfits, their confidence, their achievements, or even their oddly specific knowledge about a topic. People can sense when a compliment is real, and it makes them feel valued. Another important thing to do is to express empathy. Research shows that when you do something kind for someone, especially out of the blue, it can actually make you like them more. When you make an effort to help someone, your brain thinks, I did something nice for them, so it must be because I like them. So, when you get a chance, do something meaningful for a friend. Maybe drop by to bring them food when they're sick, help them organize their apartment, or stay up late supporting them during a tough project. On the flip side, let others do nice things for you, even if you think you can handle it. But the key thing here is not just doing stuff together. It's about creating opportunities for moments that mean something to both of you. Our brains are wired to associate strong emotions like joy or even awkward laughter with the people that we share them with. These moments make relationships meaningful. Step 3 is to have meaningful conversations. How do you start having great conversations? It's simple. Ask good questions and really listen. People love talking about their passions, interests, and goals, instead of giving a passive response like, oh, that's interesting. Try something more engaging and focus on what you can learn from them. Like, wow, that sounds awesome. How did you get into that? Or, whatever feels natural to you. The key is to be genuinely interested, and when you do, you make the other person feel valued and appreciated. But great conversations aren't just interviews. People want something of substance in return too. And that's where your own interests come in. When you have your own experiences to share, you can relate to what they're saying instead of just firing off questions. People can't like you if they don't even know enough to form an opinion on you. And while small talk has its place, deep connections aren't built on surface level chatter alone. Sure, you can talk about your favorite TV show or casually debate a conspiracy theory, but let's be real, that's probably not going to forge a strong bond. So, what actually builds connection? It's about being real. Let people see the real you. Quirks, awkward moments, and all. Like that time you said you too when the waiter told you to enjoy your meal, or when you thought of the perfect comeback, but the argument was a month ago. Or when your date asked if you could fix her pipes, and you suggested hiring a plumber because, well, you're not a plumber. The point is, be willing to share your struggles, your dreams, your fears, or talk about how you felt when you didn't get into your dream college. It's okay to say, honestly, I've been feeling kind of lonely lately. You'd be surprised how many people can relate. And yes, there's a balance between casual and deep conversations, but those honest moments, that's where real friendships are built. For example, I once struggled with self-worth. I felt like I didn't fit in. Like everyone else had life figured out, while I was falling behind. At first, I kept it to myself, embarrassed to talk about it. But then I decided to open up. And to my surprise, it led to some of the most meaningful conversations I've ever had. I realized many of my friends had felt the same way. We shared our experiences, how we dealt with them, and in the process, we became so much closer. The truth is, the things that we are ashamed to talk about are often not as shameful as we think. But why does this work? It's because vulnerability invites others to open up too. It's like saying, hey, I trust you enough to show you my messy side. If you're feeling lonely, I just want you to know, I get it. I've been there too. And if nothing else, I hope you find some comfort in knowing that you're not alone. It's tough when it seems like everyone else has life figured out while you're on the outside looking in. But the truth is, so many people feel the same way. They just don't always say it. Loneliness doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means you're human. And it won't always be this way. If today feels hard, that's okay. Keep going. You matter more than you know. You're worth knowing. You're worth being around. And the right people will see that. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing.